Hi, welcome to the IndInfra Podcast. Get ready for the insights of the leaders from infra industry. Whether you're a fresher or a pro, they got something for you all. Let's explore the infra landscape in India together. I'm your host, Viswanadh Polisetty. I'm back today with another important topic on asset management of highways, its benefits in maintenance of roads. Imagine a vast road network in a state like Maharashtra. The total state highways and district roads together are more than 1.4 lakh kilometers. Similarly, the total length of national highways is more than 1.5 lakh kilometers across the nation, and every day it is increasing. Traffic-worthy maintenance of such huge road network by the respective government bodies is a Herculean task. We have to consider the road condition, traffic volume, importance of roads, safety, cost effectiveness, all the while dealing with budget constraints as well. That's where asset management comes in. It's like a tool for decision making and maintaining the roads and upgrading such large road network. It helps us make smart decisions by considering all the important factors. Whether it's road maintenance, improving safety measures, or optimizing maintenance schedules, asset management helps us to keep the roads safe and efficient for the road users. We have a guest today who is an expert to talk about asset management, dealing with all complexities and benefits of the road maintenance output. Mr. Sitaramanjaneyulu has more than 3 decades of extensive experience in asset management and highway research. He is a former chief scientist, CSIR Central Road Research Institute, New Delhi, and presently working as an advisor at Asset Management Group of SATRA Services and Solutions Private Limited, and as a visiting professor at VNR Institute, Hyderabad. Let's welcome Mr. Sitaram to our IndInfra Podcast show. Namaste, Andy.
Namaste, Viswanadh.
Yeah, very nice to have you in our show. So you have worked in many research projects, worked with closely in advising the road departments belonging to states and national highways. Please explain what is asset management in the context of highways, why it is required.
Yeah, Mr. Viswanadh Polisetty, while giving the introduction of the subject, you have mentioned vast network of Maharashtra, and maintaining it is a really Herculean task. I agree with you.
Yes.
But only the thing is, nowadays, we are adding a lot of road network in a state or country as a whole. But only the thing is, maintaining of the same is really a important aspect which one should look into it. Because whatever asset we create, if we don't maintain in time, it is going to become a problem or lot of expenditure to the body who is maintaining that cost. As you have asked, what is management? The management is nothing but I have a network in a particular state, take it a Telangana from where I am there. We have X kilometer of network. Forget about state highway. I'm talking about national highway. I'm talking about state government. They maintain some of the national highways and state highways.
Correct.
If they want to maintain at a prescribed level or predefined level, the predefined level is nothing but at any given time. Usually we consider 2 or at the most 3 parameters. At any given time, my roughness, that is the riding quality of the pavement, should be some millimeter per kilometer or meter per kilometer. That is either rough riding quality or IRA, whatever it is. And deflection should be X mm, or distress should not be more than some percentage of area. We fix these predefined levels so that the system, what I mean the system is, you take it as an example of HDM4 or other available softwares. What we do is we give the input as of today. My initial roughness is this much. My initial deflection is this much. My initial traffic is this much. My initial vehicle damage factor is this much. and my crust level is this much. All the data when I give, including my traffic parameters, like what type of vehicles, how many and all, if I give, what it will do is, based on the present information, data, whatever I have given, it will predict after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, every year wise, it is going to predict what is the roughness level and what is the deflection or distress, all other things. As I have mentioned, predefined level or intervention level, whenever that level reaches any one of these parameters, either roughness or deflection or distress, it will take for a treatment. Once again, the advantage in this system is you can give 2-3 alternatives. You may ask me why. See, any one alternate may not be economically feasible for me. So what I do is, what we can do is, we can give 2 or 3 alternatives. Then what it will do is, it will predict the level of either roughness, distress or deflection. By applying that, once again, for another 2, 3, 4 years or whatever the period you say for 10 years, it will predict. And based on that roughness level, all those things, it will predict the vehicle operation cost also. Then based on what is the agency cost, what is vehicle operation cost, it will take the best suitable alternative out of the 3 what I have given based on economic analysis, maybe benefit cost ratio, internal rate of return, whatever it is, it will tell for the given condition, for the required intervention level, if you apply this treatment, it will be beneficial for you. So what you can do is that application you can make it. And with that, in a network, it will tell you how much funds are required for you. If you have a 100% funding, very good. There is no problem. You can proceed. But in any case, you know very well our country, the funds are, I don't want to say very meager, they are limited.
Yeah.
So the limited funding, once again, you have to do which section to be taken when. Treatment we have decided. Now the question is the priority or prioritization of my network. Which network has, which road section has to be taken first? That is, first means you can say the poor condition or the pavement which is required immediately some treatment, they will be taken first. Okay. And others will be taken afterwards, like that. For example, you can say in my, you take me as an example. Suppose my income is around 1 lakh per month, whereas the requirement is 1.2 lakhs. So the 20 lakhs is short. 20,000 is short. The 20,000, how I have to manage? The point is, now I'll list out what are my expenditure, like my kids' education fees, my elderly parents' medication, grocery, all those things I will put it. So all requirements when I put, it will be 1.2 lakh. Whereas up to 1 or 90,000, whatever it is there, I will put a line. I will go ahead with my expenditure for this. And whatever is there, the last will be maybe my going to a picture or my outing, all those things, which I can postpone. So like here, whatever the network, in that network, what sections are required, very, very compulsory as on today, they will be taken first. And the roads, you agree with me, entire network is not in a bad condition. There will be some sections, maybe fair or good condition. Those sections can be taken for next year or next to next year, depending upon their condition, where they will attain the pre-described level. So like that, I can decide in a given network level, how much network is there, how much funds are required, which section to be taken, when, with what, all these things will be done. So this is called my management system.
Okay. So that means if riding quality is not good, so that is one priority point what needs to be considered. If strength is poor, the deflection is indicated for that. And service levels is another important thing, as you mentioned. And VOC, vehicle operating cost, which you are mentioning. For example, if more potholes are there, the vehicle operating cost will be higher. So the importance will be given to that kind of road. Similarly, if the riding quality is good and road surface is good, vehicle operation cost is less. So you spend probably less from the model, whatever is the result comes out. Similar, traffic is more, so you have to spend more there, something like this. So
means if traffic is more, your deterioration model will predict the roughness at earlier age.
Okay.
For the same section, you take my two sections are same. One section is having more traffic and more VDF. So that section will get the prescribed intervention level before the other section. Okay. So depending upon frequency of the traffic and not frequency, the composition of the traffic and number of vehicles will matter. Right. And not only number, what is the vehicle damage factor. So those things. So those inputs I will give it to them. So then the system will predict when I reach the intervention level and which treatment has to be applied.
Okay, as you compared with your budget or personal budget, so that's very simple one. So you can, from your mind, you can decide. Whereas lakhs of kilometers, asset management is very difficult and complex. So you need to use a model or you need to use one software to give output and take the output.
Yeah, because as you have told, network is hundreds or thousands of kilometers. Whereas I don't know, sitting in one room or 10 rooms of executive engineers, they don't know. So the entire data has to be fed to the system. Yes. The system will tell, even at a given click, you can find out which road is having what type of data, roughness or distress or deflection. So that if you make input for that system, it will tell you which section will attain what distress or deflection or roughness at every year. So it will tell at which year, whatever intervention level I have given, that intervention will attain, I have to apply the treatment. That is the system.
Okay. So whatever process you explained, so it would have been taken some time to evolve to this situation or present status. So how this asset management been evolved to the present status in India? Like, can you explain that?
Yeah, it's a point. Actually, the system, the terminology of payment system started world over long back. And even in India, I think if I am correct, it started around 70s or 80s. When I have joined in this profession in 88, the point of this payment management system, development of payment management system for 4 state highways and some state highways and rural road system for Maharashtra, 4 districts, and Gujarat rural road maintenance planning system. So many things have been started, and the then chief engineer ministry, now late CSIR CRRI, see where he started a group mentioning that we have to develop a payment management system, and then we have started wherein which one of our payment engineering area person is the member. There we used to have meetings and how the system to be developed. In some of the meetings, he used to tell in a later when I say the systems what we develop, they should be implemented. They should not gather dust in shelves. So like that, the things have evolved and so many systems developed. And as he mentioned, so many systems were just in the shelves, but one by one are developed. That is, I am talking about 80s, 90s around. And a latest one, what I would like to inform you is under 12th 11th 5-year plan, 11th 5-year plan, we have developed a system for high-speed corridors.
Okay.
That is a planned project. For that, what we have done is, since I have mentioned about high-speed road corridors, what we have considered is, we have considered all 4-lane and above road sections. That is north, south, east, west corridor and port connectivity. What we have done is, to develop the system, we have made use the HDM4. That HDM4 has a calibration factors for different prediction models. Those calibration factors have to be evolved based on your road condition and climate condition. More than road condition, your climatic condition. What they have developed is, they have developed from some other countries' data. They have taken our road user cost study data and all, very different. But they have given a calibration factor value wherein which if you calibrate for your local conditions, what you can do is instead of 1, that may be 0.8 or that may be 1.2, whatever it is, that particular value if you give, your prediction of any distress, roughness or cracking, whatever it is, it will differ from 5 years to maybe 4.8 or maybe 5.2.
Correct.
But all countries may not be able to do that calibration factor. Then they are told, if you don't have that, you go ahead with one calibration factor and then correct. So in this study, what we have attempted was, we tried to develop calibration factors for different climatic conditions based on HDM4 requirements. For that, you agree with me, our country is very vast, having different climatic conditions, north, south, east, west and all. So we have taken around 52 sections, 1 kilometer each, with different roughness values, with different distresses, with different surfacing that is flexible and rigid, and different traffic levels. Like that, we have made a section matrix. And we have taken 50. Yeah.
52 sample sections.
Sample sections, 52 samples, or you can say sections, where we have done the distress survey, crushing, traffic, axle load, all those things have been done. And using HDM4, in fact, we did totally we have done 3 observations. What we done was, first 2 observations, we have taken and we have made the calibration factors. By applying those calibration factors, we have predicted what will be the distress or roughness for the next 1 year, where we have done our observations. Basically, what we have compared was, what is the prediction, what we have observed. We have made comparison. Majority cases, we could succeed nearer. I cannot say it is 100% nearer, but you agree with me, our payments are very complex.
Yeah.
So in some places, we got a very huge difference also. In some very small, where concrete payments and all. What we have done was, depending upon the required data and all, we have made calibration factors adjusted, and then we have done these calibration factors and applied those calibration factors. And for the entire network, once we have done the roughness survey and the rate of way survey, everything, and we have developed the system using HDM4, and we could find out how much is the requirement of the traffic, of the funds for the network, what we have considered. Of course, this is little bit old study, 2007 to 12, that is 5-year plan, what we have done. So we have completed that section in 13 or 14, so it is 10 years old study. And afterwards, lot of studies have been done in payment management system, and some of the systems what have been developed also put into the use, and it is giving a very good results and benefit to the country. So that is how the system evolved, starting from 70s to now 2014, what I have mentioned. Afterwards, up to 24, now where we are. So that is the part.
So each state government and national highway departments are must be having this kind of management studies.
Yes, as of now, another example what I could give is Orissa state. They have Odisha Maintenance Management, Odisha Road Asset Management, ORAMs, and very, very nice system they have developed. I think their consultant is LASA. They have developed, and wherein which we have helped, we have associated with them for collection of data and putting that data into the system and finding out the funds requirement. And not only that, Odisha, for your information, for the information of the viewers, Karnataka government, for all K-ship roads, they have done it.
Okay.
Rajasthan government, they have done for all their state highways. And Himachal, they have done it. And almost all even Madhya Pradesh, they have done it. So, lot of state governments, they have developed their system. And only the thing is, developing is not a main point. How we use them. We have to use them means, all my data is dynamic data.
Okay.
Today, whatever data I have to collect the data every 1 year or 2 years. That data has to be given as an input, and then the system has to be run. So developing data is a very important thing where we can get the proper funding required.
Lighter side, garbage in and garbage out. So quality data is very important to get a quality output or quality decisions. So how do you address these challenges of getting proper quality data?
See, very rightly you have mentioned, whatever input we give, our output, that is the funds requirement and deterioration pattern, everything depends upon what the data as an input I am giving. And you agree with me, our road network is so vast. Even in a state, if I want to have the entire data, it is not possible to collect by a single unit people. So what a state government has to decide is, first of all, they have to decide whether they want to go for development of any management system or not.
Correct.
If they say yes, answer is yes, then the government, they should decide to create a payment or asset management cell, wherein which, depending upon the staff and all, either chief engineer or at least a superintendent engineer level should be made in charge, and some staff should be given to them, preferably those who are having computer knowledge. And that group should decide, depending upon the budget available, whether they go for the entire network or they go for present only state highways or national highway or MDR, ODR, village road, whatever it is. Or they feel they have sufficient fund, they can go for the entire network. And then they should first decide what type of data to be collected. As I have mentioned, they have to collect the crust composition, that is by doing test fit or available records, whatever it is, roughness, deflection, axle load, traffic, curvature, all those curvature is required for my vehicle operation cost and all those data, what is to be collected, first they should decide. And they should make a document how, first of all, what type of data, what all the different data to be collected. And that data, how it has to be collected, they should be explained. And a proper pro forma should be designed. And that thing should be mentioned to different divisions in that state. Executive engineers, under them some assistant engineers, they have to make a group. Under this, those people will be working. And they should be given proper training how this data to be collected by distributing the document, what they have done, collection of data, how it has to be done and all, preferably in local language.
Correct.
So that people, those who are working at lower level also will know what is the importance and how it has to be collected, all those things. Then the in charge or a responsible person in each division has to be identified. And the cell which is sitting at headquarters should coordinate with them. And if required, once in a while, someone can go and check. Like that, a data collection team has to be created. And in PWD, I'm sorry to say, so many places, the transfers takes place.
Yeah, correct.
It is better if it is better if we see to it, the transfers of these people will not be made
very frequently
for some time till the system is developed, or for some time a particular order should be given, so that, and I'll tell you, it should not become a what do you call punishment post. So those things should be taken care, and then the team which is responsible should collect proper data. And when you collect proper data, when you make input, then only you can have the proper system. Otherwise, for namesake, you can give any data, it will come,
yeah,
and you don't know what you have to do.
How reliable it is. Yeah, correct.
So the point is the data which is to be collected should be very, very reliable. For that, whatever be the process or steps I have mentioned, it has to be followed and properly done. Then a good system can be developed without any problem.
So the team should have a consistency and the people should continue for a reasonable time, and they should have a strategy even for the transfers, and they should have powers to make the decision on the available budget as well. It's not simply the study.
No, it's not the question of power. The point is, depending upon available budget only, they will decide first. And then it can proceed. There is no problem. What I told is powers and decision at beginning.
Okay.
How much budget I can spend. So what network I can consider. Once that is there, that is over. No, whatever has been considered, that has to be implemented. That's it.
Correct. This is just the first phase of our deep dive into asset management. Part 2 will unpack the different modus operandi of government departments vis-a-vis private developers, explore cutting-edge technologies that are transforming the field, and uncover cost-effective solutions to maximize asset longevity. Don't miss out. Subscribe now and stay tuned to IndInfra Podcast for Part 2.